kind of feel guilty that I've had to put my family through this to have my kids grow up with, I don't know where to go. My name's Dave Bolton and I am the founder and lead trustee of Ahead of the Game Foundation. In 2014, I was rushed to Wirral Park Hospital. I'd suffered a 15-minute grand mal nocturnal seizure, and that's one of the worst seizures you can have. I was later diagnosed with an astrocytoma grade 2 brain tumour, a diffuse one. And with that diagnosis carried a 5-year life prognosis. So I had 5 years. I slipped into clinical depression and I was waiting to die. I just didn't care anymore. And my wife comes down and she goes, come on, we're going for a run. So I get dragged out on this run and it was horrendous. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I thought I was going to be sick. But that night, I felt a little bit better. And I suddenly get this moment, and I went, what are you doing? So I just got my diet right, exercise, did mindfulness, did alternative therapies, supplementation, and I tackled it 360 degrees whilst accepting conventional treatment, which is dual radio and chemo, and then chemotherapy. And the scans just kept getting better and better and better. Only 25% of people will get to a year. Only 17% of people will get to 2 years. To get to 5 years is 5%. To get to where I currently am, 8 going into 9 years, is 2% of the world's population. When I get to 10 years, that's 1% of the world's population. So I came up with an idea, and it was just, I want to make a foundation for my own legacy as well, because on borrowed time. I saw there was a massive need in rehabilitation. I was then very close with a guy called Tom Parker. We called each other brothers. We were both in the Houses of Commons together, lobbying for the underfunding for brain tumours. So we were both together saying that we're going to change the way that brain tumours are thought of, funded, and treated. And unfortunately, he passed, so I wanted to keep that legacy going with him. I now deliver sessions in Australia, Texas, online. Currently got a waiting list of over 111 people that span across the world. We're truly bridging the gap in rehabilitation.
Over time, it's grew to this huge behemoth of potential. The amount of different therapies that are coming through and the collaborations with other people, like the woolly therapy, which I recently did, counsellings and the masseuses and the mindfulness retreats, and then just the physical working out. It's just expanding rapidly, and it's well deserved. Everyone thinks
Cancer recovery is a straight line. It definitely isn't.
So I access physical therapy as well through the Ahead of the Game Foundation. They've been there, they've offered things like making me meals or going and buying my shopping. They're definitely my community, and they're my new people. I never realised I'd expand my network through a cancer diagnosis, but I'm so glad I have.
When someone's diagnosed, it's not my diagnosis, it's my whole family's. Without my wife, I wouldn't be here today. She's there to pick me up when I was down. She's there. I never wanted to cry in front of her. I didn't want to, because she was holding up the family. Now, we had to tell the kids what was going on. They didn't know I had 3 months. They never kind of knew that, but they knew what I was going through. And I kind of feel guilty that I've had to put my family through this to have my kids grow up with, I don't know where to go. I know it's not my fault. It's affected the family quite hard. And that's another reason for Ahead of the Game, is there must be people out there with no one. And when then you isolate yourself and you're on your own, you actually speed up the progression of cancer. I remember when I was told that I'd won the National Lottery Award. To just be nominated in the finalist out of 3,500 amazing individuals was just incredible. But to receive that phone call, I just couldn't believe it. I was in shock.
These projects are so important. I couldn't afford stuff if it wasn't subsidised. I couldn't attend these events if they're not put on. They really do prop me up.
I'm actually grateful for having terminal cancer. I'm grateful I've got it, because I see life through new eyes. I get to help people who need it the most. I get to cherish the smallest things in life, and I truly believe I should have been doing this my whole life.